Lesson 6, this is part 2, multiply and simplify some rational numbers. You will need your notebooks. We are multiplying some fractions together, and then we will check to see if they can be simplified, which is always important in math. We'll start today with the 1/6 times 11/4. And always ask, after you get your answer, can I simplify the numerator and the denominator by 2, or by 3, by 5, by 7, and then 11, etc., etc. I'll talk about that more later. In your notebook, you will copy that problem exactly as written, multiply straight across, so 1 times 11 will be 11, 6 times 4 is 24, and then we'll see if we can simplify it. Second problem is 11 over 5 times 1 over 3. Again, multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, just like that n times n and d times d shows. Next couple problems here, we have 14/3 times 1/5. We're going to do the same thing. Of course, on that one, you'll get 14 in your numerator, 15 in your denominator, and ask, can the numerator and denominator both be divided by 2? Can they both be divided by 3? Can they both be divided by 5, by 7? And once you exhaust all possibilities, you'll decide, yes, it can be simplified, or no, it can't. Next problem is 5/3 times 2/5. 5 times 2, of course, is 10. 3 times 5, of course, is 15, so that fraction will be 10 over 15. And no, 2 won't work, 3 won't work, but both of those numbers will be divisible by 5, so we can simplify that one. Next two problems, 3/4 times 8/9. That one will be simplifiable, I'll say. 5/2 times 2/7. We're going to pause the video and do those together, and I will show you exactly how to simplify them, either before multiplying the fractions or after multiplying the fractions. Either way is perfectly acceptable as long as your final answer is completely simplified. Here we have 19/8 times 5/3. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and see if they can be simplified. That 19 times 1/9, we're going to have to do something special with that 19. A lot of kids don't like multiplying a whole number times a fraction. I will show you that strategy right now after we pause the video. I have a couple more pages for you, and then I will let you work independently or with friends. We have 19/11 times 5/2 and 7/4 times 5/3. Let's do those together right now. Pause the video, please. And here, I think, is our last page to do together as a whole group. We have 19/7 times 2 and 6/11 times 5/2. Once you get your answers, ask yourself that question at the bottom. Look over every number. Can it be divisible by 2? Can it be divisible by 3, by 5, by 7, by 11? And I'll explain in class why those numbers are the ones we always use in greater detail soon. So pause the video here, and we'll do those together. There's our little trick. Always make them both fractions. If you're multiplying a fraction by a whole number, just make them both fractions. Then it works exactly the same as all the other problems. Always use that strategy.